What's going on, everybody? Spunky 901 coming guys another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles Chiefs Week 11 preview. So the Eagles coming to this game after a much-needed bye week. Of course, beating the Dallas Cowboys in Week 9. Coming into this game, Nick Sirianni in his 2 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles is a perfect 2-0 coming off a bye week. Going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that beat the Eagles, of course, in last year's Super Bowl 57. Former Eagles head coach Andy Reid has a pretty good record after the bye week as well. Like I said, both teams coming off of a bye week. Second half of the season begins for the Eagles right here, man. You know, this is definitely our second half of the season. You know, some guys were dealing with injuries, pretty banged up. So that bye week could not have came at a better time. It definitely came at a great time. We got some great news. A couple guys like Cam Jurgens and Bradley Roby are back. So huge news for us to have those guys back as we go through this tough, quote unquote, tough stretch of our schedule. Don't get me wrong, I don't take anybody lightly, but when I look at this stretch of our schedule, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good in this team, and I feel that we're going to do just fine this stretch. Monday Night Football, you know, primetime football. The lights are on the Eagles. The attention's on the Eagles. The attention's Arrowhead Stadium. What more can you ask for? So yeah, definitely it's going to be quite the environment. You know, on road game going to Arrowhead Stadium for the Eagles. But I got the Eagles win this game. I think the Eagles are focused. We got great news that Jalen Hurts, who was dealing with a knee injury prior to the bye week, has taken his brace off, and he will be going out there without a brace. So that's great news to hear that he's feeling much better. Obviously, Dallas Goedert got hurt in the Dallas Cowboys game, so we will not have him for this game. But the good news about him is that Nick Sirianni has stated that he expects, you know, he's very hopeful that we'll have Dallas Goedert back before the 4-game stretch, you know, the 4-game prediction of you know how long he would be out. So that's great news to hear. But in his absence, next man up mentality. You got Jack Stoll, you got Grant Calcaterra, you got Albert Grant. Those guys, man, got to step up, do your job. You know, that's why you have depth. It's the next man up mentality. Now coming to this game, the keys to victory are always always the same thing. Starts with the trenches. Offensive line, defensive line, it starts with those guys. Those guys have to be ready to go, and they have to set the tone for the game very, very early. Offensive line, like I said, a huge news for the O-line to have Cam Jurgens back. You know, Sua Opeta, you know, was filling in for him, but having Cam Jurgens back out there, man, is definitely huge. So get that running game going early. Get this running game going early. That's been one of the most frustrating things about this team in recent weeks, is that we have not been able to run the ball as effectively as we were the first couple weeks. So get that running game going early. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers on the ground. DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, those get Boston Scott. Rashard Penny, it'd be nice to see him get missing as well. Get that running game going early. That will open up things in the passing game. Like I said, no Dallas Goedert, but next man up. Grant Calcaterra, Jack Stoll, next man up. You know, get that play action pass going. That will open up things, and you know that will open up more things in the passing game, as you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, of course, Julio Jones. You know, yeah, you know, get the running game going. You know, get it going early. That will open up things in the passing game. Most importantly, protect Jalen Hurts. You know, Jalen Hurts was hit a little too much for my liking in that Cowboys game. You know, the Cowboys defense got to him a little bit more than I would have liked. Obviously I don't want to see him sacked at all, but O-line with you know, big upgrade. You know, getting Cam Jurgens back is huge. Protect Jalen Hurts. Protect Jalen Hurts. Get the run, you know, get the running game going. Protect him in the pass game, giving him time to find receivers down the field. Now, for our defense, they are up for a challenge. You have arguably the best quarterback in the league, which I don't think anybody can really argue with that. There's gonna be, people are gonna argue, but Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the game. I got nothing but respect for Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. I think when it's all said and done, that guy's gonna go down as one of the all-time greatest. That's just my honest opinion. So the Eagles defense got a challenge here. They really do. But I believe they're gonna be up to the challenge. The pass rush has been great. Secondary, not so much. So that is a little bit of concern. Even though the Chiefs did not have the greatest of wide receivers, Mecole Hardman is still somebody you got to watch out for. The guy has speed. Kadarius Toney, you got to watch out for him as well. But the number one guy when it comes to the Chiefs passing game, you got to watch out for is our center, Jason Kelce's brother, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is one of those guys that is a game-changing player. He's one of those guys that can take over a game very, very quick, early in the game if you let him. So I don't care what you guys got to do. You got to take Travis Kelce out of the game because number 15, Patrick Mahomes, is looking for that guy. He is looking for Travis Kelce, and if you allow him to find Travis Kelce, it's going to be a long day. So we got to make sure that we contain Travis Kelce. We do not allow him to get behind our defense and burn us on, he's just a destructive force. He truly is. So you take away Patrick Mahomes' biggest weapon, he tends to have issues in the passing game because these wide receivers that he have aren't, like I said, they aren't the best wide receivers in the league by any stretch of the imagination. But you got to make sure that you have Travis Kelce accounted for at all times. When it comes to their running game is not exactly the best running game in the league, but Isaiah Pacheco has shown more. He's shown more times than none that he is a very, very effective runner, and he can be a playmaker for this offense. His backup, Jerick McKinnon, is also somebody that you have to make sure you have accounted for at all times as well. So the key to this game is going to be keeping the Chiefs' offense off the field as much as possible, not giving them as many opportunities as possible to score points. Their defense is playing some pretty good football this year, and it's led by one of the best pass rushers in the league, and one of the best pass rushers in the league is Frank Clark, somebody that you got to make sure that he is not able to to be a disruptive force throughout the game. So you got to make sure that you have Clark accounted for, because like I said, that guy right there, one of the most, in my opinion, underrated. I said Frank Clark, my bad. Chris Jones, my bad. One of the most underrated pass rushers in the game is Chris Jones. So you got to make sure that our O-line's got to make sure that we keep this guy at bay at all games. We keep him contained, because Chris Jones is one of those guys that really can take over a game very, very quickly. I said his name. I said Frank Clark by mistake. No, but yeah, Chris Jones, definitely one of the better pass rushers in the game. Definitely a very disruptive force, and definitely somebody that we have to keep in. We have to contain him throughout the game. Like I said, Chiefs defense has been playing much. They've been playing very, very well this year. I'm not expecting this to be a cakewalk. I expect this to be a fight. I expect it to be an absolute dog fight. I think the Eagles will win this game, but it's going to be a close win. I got the Eagles win this game by a score of 27-24. So yeah, 27-24 is my score prediction for this game. I think the Eagles will. The Eagles will show up, and they will be ready to play. But you're going up against the defending Super Bowl champions. This team, of course, beat us in the Super Bowl last year, and of course, for us Eagle fans, still leaves a bad taste in the mouth. But yeah, it's gonna be a fight. Monday Night Football, prime time, best quarterback in the league in my opinion, and Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterback in the NFC for sure, in Jalen Hurts. Both of these guys are Super Bowl 57, man. It was, as a fan, it was a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, I didn't like the final score of the game, of course, but like I said, nothing but respect for Patrick Mahomes. I expect this to be an absolute dogfight of a game. like I said, I got the Eagles win this game 27-24. But everybody got to do their job. Offense, special teams, defense. Everybody has to do their job. Everybody has to be alert. Everybody has to show up and be ready to play, because, like I said, it's not going to be an easy game. So, yeah, keys to victory, like I said, are always it starts with the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. Got to get the running game going early. I believe we can run the ball against this Chiefs defense, but we got to get the running game going early. That would take some pressure off of Jalen Hurts. Then that will open up things in the passing game. We don't have we don't have Dallas Goedert, but Grant Calcaterra and Jack Stoll and those guys, Albert, those guys have to step up and they have to be ready to play. So, next man up mentality. We don't make excuses. That's why you have depth at to come in when players go down. But defense, like I said, defense is gonna have a tall order here. But those guys, we gotta get to Patrick Mahomes. We gotta get the pressure on Patrick Mahomes very, very early in this game. Got to hit him very often in this game. So that's going to be a challenge for those guys. Got to make sure that we're getting into Patrick Mahomes' face. Very, very early in this game, trying to disrupt him, taking away his number one passing target, which of course is Travis Kelce. And we've seen this Chiefs offense without Travis Kelce. They have tended to struggle at times when he's not effective or playing. They have struggled. Their wide receiver core does not really scare me, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Kadarius Toney or McCole Hardman can't be disruptive. They can't be big playmakers if we allow them to be big playmakers. But like I said, you take away that number one weapon, then I feel overall pretty good about our chances against them. But defense has got to be ready to play. Defense got to show up. Jalen Carter having a great year. Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat. Pass rush has got to get there. They got to get in his face, and they got to get in his face early. Hassan Reddick, Derek Barnett, when he's called upon, we got to get in his face. I'm hoping that the secondary. I'm hoping that Sean Desai has made some adjustments, because secondary has been my biggest concern. Kevin Byard, hopefully, now that he has the bye week for time to prepare. Bradley Roby coming back, hopefully, fingers crossed, that is a huge return for our secondary. He played well in that one game against the Rams. Hopefully, those guys are, the game plan, they got a very good game plan in motion for this game. But yeah, that's my my preview there. Like I said, I got the Eagles win this game by a score of 27-24. We'll see what happens. But let's go Birds. Let's beat these Chiefs on Monday night. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.